ain't coming shit, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta feel me. But realistically, there's a couple things I wanna express for real that I feel like will give a little more clarity for just everybody as a whole. Um, for starters, bipolar and what's the other thing where like identity dissociation or identity whatever I don't hold on real quick. Bro, what the fuck? Okay. I think it's identity dissociative. Something along the lines of that. But I want to give clarity on what that truly is. So when we say we are our ancestors, it's more of a thing of like, because over time, before we were born, whatever DNAs and whatever was being mixed together and stuff like that before our parents came together to create us, which is now a different type of breed of our species. Because now it's going back to meteors and all this other stuff. Like, meteors, nah. Ships, yes. Because, I'm not gonna lie, when we came to this planet, you know what? Let me show y'all. Whiteboard right quick. This is some. Okay. So look. This right here. These are the stars, right? But these aren't just stars. These are beings, okay? We are essentially, like, if you have a consciousness and you are aware, you are one of these. But not even, it's more to it. Now, this is where we were before. This is where you go when you die. Now, the characters that we're in reside here, which is why they say the earth is flat. And that's not wrong. Because when they say planet, they're talking about all the land, all the different lands, right? That's on this body of water that can connect in the sense of making a net. That's what we're on, the planet. You feel me? Because it was, I'm not even gonna say it was planned, but more so a playing ground. And what happened was, essentially once you come to this planet, right? Now you're trapped within it, which is what they say, firmament and all that shit, right? This is what essentially happened. So before anything was even inhibited, of course, you know, they had the plants and trees and all sorts of things and whatnot, right? As time went by, as time evolved, there were beings placed here. And this is why I really more so say it's a lot, bro. It's really a lot. But I'm gonna try my best to give a base without having to go too much in depth, because if I do that, I can risk my account being banned or other things that I'm not. You know what happens when, you know. But back to what we were saying, right? So initially, for boys and girls, men and women, this is the story. We was here first, right? Now, I'm saying this in the sense of all women are reflections of a God that is on this planet to come and learn a lesson. Same thing with the men. So, as we all came here, right? Originally, it was strictly one species. And I won't even say on the whole plane, but just more so in specific places. Same thing with the women. Wonder Woman. You know how they have a whole island and stuff, right? And on top of that, to even get to that island, you have to go through a certain fabric of reality in order to even go through and see that. Now, the way that shit happened is literally like, yo, that's literally how it is, like, for men and for the woman species. Now, essentially, when we was here by ourselves, right, all the only men, only women, only reptiles, within that, we weren't learning our lesson. We was in conflict with ourselves overly, to the point where, like, we damn near lost everything due to the fact that we got consumed by the darkness. So, this is what they did. They went to these certain places and started to take and place them in a center point, which is a city or a town. Within these cities and towns and shit, specific pieces were placed in order to awaken them. And awaken them in a sense, either awaken them or continually use them for an energy source. And that's literally what the reincarnation cycle is. Because us as these people, these characters, these vessels, right? We are essentially those species and stuff that were here before. So with that knowledge, if you're native here, if you're an NPC, a non-playable character, your nature and native is this. Now, it goes beyond that when the help was truly needed to help this god, this goddess, and the reptiles. And I really feel like reptiles were the ones that was on the enemy shit. But, you know, that's, hey. So, essentially, it was help needed to figure out why wasn't we evolving? Why weren't we getting the result that we wanted and we needed in order to change? Well, let me explain real quick. See, the nature of these two species, the male and the female, is a thing of trying to balance the masculine and feminine. So, essentially, the solution, rather than trying to give detail right now, the solution is for these star beings, right, to come down here. Avatar, how Jake was in outer space, and then he came to a planet, and from there, he was then not even necessarily incarnated, but incarnated into one of the natural beings that was placed on that planet in order to save the people. So, we are these, and we essentially came here to experience these, but their experience is something that we have to keep and help them realize is way better than what we see now. And the best way to do that, and the way that we are doing that, is by connecting with one another. By connecting with one another, we're allowing for us to heal ourselves on a major scale. Speaking life into a god, speaking life into a goddess, is speaking life into that entity of deity itself as a whole. And once that is able to trickle effect within, everything and everybody is going to realize the truth. But yeah.